So what are the two key exercises to learn the muscle up? Well, in my opinion, the two most important exercises for the muscle up and learning it are chest to bar pull-ups and straight bar dips. And the reasoning behind this is quite simple. The chest to bar pull-up, or the purpose of it, is to emulate the first part of the muscle up as close as possible. And with the straight bar dip, the aim is to emulate the second part of the movement as close as possible. Let's talk about the chest to bar pull-up first. So when you're doing the chest to bar pull-ups, the idea is to pull yourself up from the, pull-up position into, as close as possible to the position where you actually turn the movement from, pull up to dip. So you basically pull yourself up right around here, or the goal is to pull yourself here. You most likely don't get here, in the first times, but maybe you get around here. Your upper chest only touches the bar, but the idea is to get your around sternum level into the chest to bar pull-ups. And like I said, the reason why we focus on chest to bar pull-ups is the reason is that you try to get into the position where you switch from pull-up to the dip part of the movement. And with the straight bar dip, it's done with the straight bar because it mimics the muscle up movement better. When the straight bar is, in front of you, it's pretty much like the muscle up movement, shoulder width, grip around, and you do the dip as low as possible so that your goal is to get around the same position you would be in the muscle up movement, so that you can train the second half of the movement in the straight bar dip. So you would start, go to the position of the straight bar, and then you lower yourself up and try to get as low as possible without hurting yourself. And from there, controlled movement, you come back up. And the purpose of that is exactly like I said, it's, the mimicking the second part of the movement in the muscle up. So those are the two key exercises in learning it. So what are, other exercises that you can do to learn the muscle up? Well, on top of that, you can do, weight pull-ups, weight dips, explosive pull-ups, regular dips even, regular pull-ups. What else? That's about it really, It's pretty simple to, train for the muscle up, but the actual learning of it may be pretty hard for some people. Because with muscle up, I believe that it's a lot about, your explosive capability. And if you naturally don't have a lot of explosive capability, well, the muscle up may be extremely hard to learn in that case. But I believe that I have, written an article about this, and it's in the description below, so go check it out. But I have written a sample program I would use to learn the muscle up. And one key element is also the explosive pull-up, because the purpose of explosive pull-up is to do it like all pull-up variations. You start with the dead hang, and from dead hang, your only purpose is to move to the bar as fast as possible, by any means necessary, basically. So in the explosive pull-up, you use your whole body momentum to, train that explosive power. Yes, I can guarantee you that the first muscle up you will someday achieve is not going to be a pretty one. You're going to, just explode to the bar and somehow get yourself around the bar and up. And I can guarantee you that you'll be one happy fellow when you achieve that first one, because it's quite a feeling when you finally get around the bar and up and do the dip portion. But I will also have to say that when you do learn your first muscle up, don't get too excited in training it, because the muscle up can be really hard on your shoulder joint if you do it incorrectly or you do it too much. Because, when you get around the bar, up and go down, there are a lot of forces that put stress on your shoulder joint in the movement. So you should be extremely careful when you are first learning the movement, that you are not overexerting yourself and fucking up your shoulders. So that's about it really. Go check that article that I wrote. There are more details about the subject, and I also wrote a sample program that you can use to achieve that elusive muscle up. I hope this was helpful. Bye bye.